Hi, welcome to Reels and Wills, where I am in fact not Reels or Wills, but I am his mom. I just wanted to come on here. It is middle of November, I think. I have a hard time keeping up these days. We just celebrated Cam's 1-year anniversary of his passing, and I just can't wrap my head around it. But the reason I'm on here, back on his page, it's been a while, is that I wanted to share, and there's a reason for this, and you'll see, but I wanted to share my son, Cameron. Now, this is his page. He started this page. I decided to continue the page, and losing my son in grief was a whole lot harder than I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but it's almost mentally killed me. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, it almost physically killed me horribly. So basically I am, or was, just dying of a broken heart. It is a very real thing. It caused a lot of health issues. I'm not going to get into it maybe further down the line, but this video is about Cam. So I just wanted to reintroduce those of you who maybe didn't, they met Cam after he passed, or, you know, they found his page, or they heard about Cam, or maybe they just want to hear it again. So, I wrote some things down because I wanted to make sure I said this right. So this is the video of Cam giving the best man speech at his best friend Braden's wedding back in October 3 years ago, I think. And so that video took off like, I think it's got like more than 4.2 million views on TikTok. That was one of the reasons that my TikTok blew up as far as my followers go, was just because of Cameron. Cameron's just a cool ass dude. So, but anyway, I wanted to share that. And the reason I'm sharing it is because we all need to remember Cam's humor, the way Cam looked at life, the way Cam persevered, and you'll hear about how he persevered in that video. And again, the video is a best man speech, and I'm going to set the scene. Cam had been very sick leading up to this. We weren't sure he was going to be able to be a part of the wedding. You take aside the physical part of the wedding, the rehearsal and all that, but now you got to consider putting my child in a tux, and he was confined to a wheelchair. This is no easy feat. This took about 4 people in my driveway. So, but we did it, and I'm going to put some pictures in here. But Cam wrote this speech by himself in the ICU, and it was super important to him that he read it. And, you know, I remember him talking about he hoped he didn't die before he had a chance to read it, and he didn't. He got to read it. But before I relaunch Reels and Wills, and yes, that is exactly what I'm doing, I want the world to hear him again. I want them to hear his voice. And yeah, he was strong, he was loving, he was funny, he was unforgettable. So if he touched your life in any way, I almost just stopped at if he touched your life, because that would be so Cam. And then someone interject, going, he touched me. But anyway, if he touched your life in any way, or you have a story to share, or you've been inspired by his story and you never met him, then, you know, I hope you comment. But I'm going to share the, I'm going to cry. I'm going to share the speech again so you can hear his voice. It was really hard for him to talk. And then I'm going to share some pictures. So we are back. And there will be another video on Thanksgiving. Bye. Thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the wedding of Braden and Katie. For those that don't know me, I'm Cameron. Clearly, I'm the handsome one of the friend group. As I sat down to write this speech, I suddenly realized I was already sitting down. All joking aside, I couldn't be happier to be here for this occasion. A month ago, I didn't know if I would even be here to watch my best friend marry his best friend. Braden and I have been friends for over a decade. In that time, I have watched him go from a loud, opinionated redneck to a loving and still loud and opinionated redneck with a very huge heart. A year ago, I was in the ICU in the midst of COVID. We were told there could be no visitors, but Braden wasn't having any of that. Without a mask or even a visitor's pass, Braden flashed those baby blues and not only came straight into the ICU, but was escorted into my room. If you know Braden, you know that when he sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Katie, I'm so glad he set his mind to marrying you. Separately, these two are amazing humans, but together they are something wonderful. 2 weeks ago, I had 2 major surgeries and was in the hospital for 8 days. I knew how lucky I was having these two as friends, but it wasn't until I made it through those surgeries to really open my eyes to how blessed I actually am. They took time off to sit with my mom during the surgery. They cleaned our house, bought groceries, helped build a fence, and Katie even gave my dog a haircut. You don't find friends like that every day, but as Braden keeps saying, this is what family does. So congratulations to Braden and Katie. Enjoy this evening, your life, and your honeymoon in Colorado. Wink, wink.